All right, let's dive into a Nobel Prize-winning idea that explains the two competing minds inside your head.
Okay, let's kick things off with a little puzzle. Don't overthink it. What's your first instinct here?
So if you thought 10 cents, you're like most people. That's your fast brain just jumping to an easy answer.
But the real answer is actually 5 cents. Getting this wrong tells us something huge about our minds. This all comes from Daniel Kahneman's Nobel lecture, wrapping up decades of work with Amos Tversky. He basically said our brains run two different operating systems, a System 1 and a System 2.
System 1, that's your gut reaction, fast and automatic. System 2 is your conscious, deliberate self, kind of slow.
So, this two-system idea brilliantly shows how we see value. It's all relative, you know? Okay, look closely. Those two inner squares, they're the exact same shade of gray. Wild, right?
Kahneman called this prospect theory. It's not about how much you have, but if you're gaining or losing.
And get this, the pain of a loss is about twice as powerful as the joy of an equivalent gain.
This is why we hate change and why we overvalue stuff we already own. It's called the endowment effect.
All right, let's move on. These systems also explain why the way you present something changes everything. Imagine this. A disease is going to kill 600 people. You're in charge. Which program do you pick?
When you frame it as saving lives, we get cautious. We lock in the sure thing, System 1 at work.
But frame it as people dying, and we suddenly take a huge risk to avoid that definite loss. The crazy part? The facts didn't change at all, but our choice did. Think about what that means.
Okay, finally, let's talk shortcuts. System 1 uses these clever little tricks to handle a complex world. It's called attribute substitution. We take a hard question and swap it for an easier one, unconsciously. Your brain doesn't answer which is bigger on the page, it answers which looks bigger in 3D. We do this with people too, judging probability based on how much they fit a stereotype. It's a classic bias. This is why we ignore statistics and think a nerdy guy must be a library science major.
So what's the big takeaway here? We're not irrational, we're intuitive, guided by that fast but biased System 1.
This thinking totally changed economics. It helps explain real human behavior, not just theories on a spreadsheet. So it all leaves you with one big question, right? If your gut is just a shortcut, when should you trust it?